So, YouTube is saying live stream is not available right now. Can you guys hear me? Comments? Good? This is kind of weird. I'm waiting for a comment to say good. Let me know if you can hear me. Yes! I finally did this successfully for once. So guys, before we start going through comments and doing Q&A and all that stuff, I just want to say thank you every single person, everybody that's here. I started this YouTube journey a month ago for fun, just for something to do while we were off. I never would have thought this would become like a big thing. Like, it's almost become like a full-time job. Every day I'm editing videos. I'm trying to get new ones up all the time. It took 12 days to get to 1,000 subscribers, and another 18 days to get to 10,000. I could not have done this without every single one of you guys leaving comments, sharing videos, watching videos. This is an absolute blast. Like, I am having so much fun. I can't wait to do more of these. Like, when I was talking to Chase the other day, we were joking about both of us just starting to do this full time. And that's going to take a lot, obviously, but I would love to keep doing this with everybody. So, I know I'm missing a lot of comments already because I'm talking. So we're just going to go right in. We're going to hang out for a while. We're going to answer some questions. Whatever you guys want to know, whatever you guys want to hear, I will answer all of it. So let me jump over to the chat. And I've got two chats going, one on Streamlabs and one on YouTube. So I don't know which one is like keeping up better. It actually looks like the one on Streamlabs is. So I'm probably going to stick to that one. So let's see. I have thanked Chase, Plant-Based Skate. Like, he and I have gotten a good friendship going on. Like, I really like that guy a lot. We're probably gonna combine our Discord channels so that everybody can hang out. We're kind of just gonna like tag team this, man. We're gonna have fun with each other. It's gonna be a blast. Hannah says 1 million by the end of the year then. If that happens, I don't know. Like, there's probably like a 1 millionth% of a chance that that would happen. There's no way. Like, there's no chance. But if it does, I don't know. I don't know what I would do. Like, we have to think of something. But I can almost say it's not going to happen. More Oktoberfest stories. I don't really have more. Like, that's the craziest one. But I do have stories from other places. Finland as hockey country. I support that, man. My Blackhawks have a Finn on the team. Ali Mata. I love it. Like, he's a great defender. Monster Cookies asks, have I ever been starstruck? When I was younger, yes. Not so much on tour a lot with musicians that I've worked for because I got used to being around musicians a lot. So it kind of, that doesn't affect me. But when there are celebrities backstage, yes, I have been starstruck a couple times. This doesn't involve touring, but when I was younger, I caddied at a golf course and I caddied for Michael Jordan. I grew up in Chicago and he's a legend. That was my first big starstruck moment. I'll think of some other ones as we go. I'm going to try and keep up with some of the other comments. Michael says 100K is not impossible. It's not impossible, and I say that because 10K a month obviously would put me there within a year, but still very difficult, and I'm already grateful for just having 10K and having everybody here. Is Chase in the building? I wouldn't be surprised if he popped in. I know he just put up a new video, so he might be doing a stream, I'm not sure, or a premiere, I'm not sure, but I love Chase. I would love to see him in here. Geeky Saga says, I offer unique insight to these reactions with the touring experience. That's what I was going for. Like, I'll be 100% honest. What I'm doing is not original. There are tons of other reactors on YouTube, but I've seen a lot of their videos, and what I wanted to do was do the same thing, but approach new music that I've never heard with my background in the touring world. And I can't say for sure because I don't know, but it does seem like there are some reaction channels that they've seen the videos before or they've heard it. I strictly want to do videos that I've never seen and bands I've never heard. And I've turned down a lot of your suggestions because I've heard of those bands and I don't want to fake this. I don't want to Demolisher by Slaughter to Prevail was a pretty popular suggestion. I've seen that video and I've heard it a million times. I don't want to fake that just for the views. So unless I specifically say I've heard this band, every video I put up is going to be a band that I've never listened to. Attila says, are you or Chase familiar with Vader? I'm familiar with Vader, but I don't think I've listened to them that much. Shad Cook. Shad, how are you? How do you learn about new music? Well, Shad, you would know. Shad that's commenting, he and I and a few friends, we've known each other for a long time. We have a text chain that we send each other new music all the time. It was funny because when I reacted to Crystal Lake, I told them, I'm like, yo, I just heard Crystal Lake. And one of our friends was like, dude, we put that in our text thread like 2 years ago. I just never listened to it. The Russian Bread Man. Max, I was so sad to see him go from Chicago, man. I love him. I really do. If we hit 1 million subs, you should do an Evanescence cover. I'll do that. And the reason I say that is because 1, I don't think it'll happen. And 2, I don't like Evanescence. I really don't. I tried. Brutal honesty, one of the reasons I never listened to Nightwish before is because somebody told me they were basically like another Evanescence. And I was like, nah, it's okay. And now that I've heard Nightwish, I kind of want to slap the shit out of my friend that said that because I could have listened to Nightwish years ago and have been loving them for a while now. What concerts are on my bucket list? Obviously nothing this year. I've missed Devin Townsend every time he's been in town. I need to see that show. A pilgrimage for me, I want to go to Vakken. Like, I need to go there. Epica reaction is definitely coming. Chase is here. Did I miss his comment? Yeah, we'll see. Thank you. Somebody says, I like your energy. Here's the weird thing. When I was in a band, I had a hard time looking at crowds. I didn't have stage fright, but I felt a little like out of place. So a lot of the times I had high energy on stage, but I kind of looked down or looked up. Like I never really looked at the crowd because it felt weird. It felt weird to have a bunch of people looking at me. This is really easy. Even though there are quite a few people watching these videos, it's easy to just sit in front of my camera and just go. Like, I love it. I get to be myself. I get to be natural. It's great. Chase, you're everywhere. 100K. You're going to hit 100K before me, buddy. And I love your reactions because the thing I love about your reactions is you have the music background. So when I watch your reactions, I may hear things that I didn't notice the first time that you're pointing out. And I love that. Crisscross says, I envy the beard. Thank you. Fun fact, before I started this YouTube channel, my beard was down to about there. And I shaved. And now I'm regretting it. So I'm growing this back out. I'm going to try and look like Marco by next year. Absolutely. Guys, you can share... Marcel asks if it's okay to share the reactions in the Nightwish family Facebook group. Guys, you can share my reactions wherever you want. I actually would really appreciate that. What band do I want to see when COVID ends? So, there were some great tours lined up for this year. Rage Against the Machine was playing with the original lineup. I really wanted to see that. That didn't happen, obviously. St. Pauli dude says 100K a full-time would need some variety. I agree. In fact, I originally started doing the reaction videos honestly as a way to just get attention. and then planned on doing my own content. I wanted to do the Ask a Roadie series. I wanted to do live streams like this. I want to do interviews with crew guys and artists and band members that I've toured with, have them over, have some coffee or hang out, have some drinks, whatever, and just interview them. And I would love to eventually do that. Amorphous is definitely gotta happen soon. I've had so many comments for Amorphous. Am I restricted to band or rock, or would you listen to other things you've never heard? I'll listen to anything. A lot of people peg me as a metalhead, which I am. There's no denying that, but I like everything. I'll listen to hip hop, which I do occasionally. I've learned to appreciate country a lot working in the country music industry, even though it's not my go-to. I'll listen to anything. Anything that gets recommended, I will check out. Christian says faking reactions is worse than point shaving or game throwing. Dude, I agree. And I don't want to talk bad about anybody, so I won't, but like, I'm not doing fake reactions. If I've heard of something that's reacted a ton, I'm gonna tell you. Like, I'm not gonna do it. Like, there have been a couple videos I've filmed a first time reaction to that my camera or my audio has messed up and didn't record. And I had to scrap that video because I'm not going to do it twice. Like, you're getting authentic first time reactions and that's it. Rammstein. The problem with reacting to Rammstein is that I love that band. I'm way too familiar. They were my intro to German industrial metal when I was younger. So I've been listening to them for 22, 23 years. Chase and I got connected. We just randomly reached out to each other on Twitter and said, hey, let's do a video chat. And it turned into like a 3-hour video chat really fast. And we just hit it off, man. He's a great dude. How long will it take my beard to get a foot long? About a year, I think. Last time I grew it out, I shaved and I grew it out for a year and it got down to about there. So right past the part of my shirt that says ice in our blood. That's probably a little over a year. Favorite German band right now. So right now, in this moment, I'm sharing something that nobody knows yet. I reacted to Blind Guardian for the very first time last night. Blind Guardian right now, in this moment today, is my favorite German band right now. I loved Blind Guardian. More Sabaton. Yes, we will get back to Sabaton again. How many games will the Hawks win this series? Asks Lord Stanley. I'm probably a terrible fan for saying this. I think they might get swept. I think they might win one game. Vegas is just too good. Imagine comparing Nightwish to Evanescence. It happened. Somebody told me that Nightwish was like another Evanescence. It was ridiculous. I am way behind in the comments. Gotta talk about my buddy playing for the Flyers. Maybe. I'll ask him if he's okay with it. But yes, I do have a friend on the Flyers. And I'm so supportive. Like, if the Stanley Cup goes down to the Flyers and the Blackhawks, I'm going to root for the Flyers. I want to see my friend win a cup more than I want to see my team win a cup. Because I've seen my team win 3 in the last 10 years. I'm fine with that. 1 million and Chase, you and I go to Vakken. Deal. If I get to 1 million subscribers in the next year, I'll pay for all. I mean, I imagine I'd be able to pay for all that. If I had one free plane ticket in your choice of band, where would you go and who would you see? I mean, I really want to go to Vakken, but if we're talking about specific, like, completely specific location and band just to see that band, right now, and my answers on music change a lot. Like, if you ask me what my favorite band is in a couple days, it's probably going to be different than what I would say today. I'd probably go to Finland to see Nightwish, because I want to see that show so bad right now. Guys, I'm going to start skimming through fast because I'm way behind. Do a Raglan's tune. Ross! Oh my god, dude. So, Ross that just commented from Raglan's. Username Billy Big Balcony. His band was the opener when I worked for Lifehouse. They were one of my favorite bands I've ever toured with. Some of the nicest people ever. That's awesome. Sticky of the Dead asked, what band or bands do you or have you teched for? So I answered a lot of this in my Ask a Roadie video, but I'll answer again. Currently, I guitar tech for Dustin Lynch and his other guitar player, Chris LaCourte. He's a Nashville country artist. But I've been all over the place, man. When I first started out, I worked for Red, for King and Country, Toby Mac. Then I got out of that. I toured with Nickelback for a little bit. Van Halen, Journey, Pat Benatar, Neil Giraldo. Then after that, I was with Walk Off the Earth for a bit. Did a Faith No More tour. Lifehouse. Sick Puppies for a little bit. There's probably some I'm forgetting. I just wanted to answer that again really quick. God, I'm way behind in these comments. Sorry, guys. Holy Roller One Take. I want to get to that for sure, but I've got a lot of other stuff I want to get to first. I don't want to... I know I've done a couple bands back to back with each other, but I want to kind of avoid that. Like, I want variety in a lot of the stuff. I don't want to turn this into a band-specific channel, except for Nightwish Wednesdays, but they have a huge catalog I have to get through, and I'm really enjoying it. You have... Matt says he has tickets for Disturbed 20th anniversary tour with Bad Wolves and Stained. I saw Disturbed at the arena in Nashville maybe 6 to 8 months ago. I think this past winter. I have a couple buddies that work for Disturbed, and I went out and saw them, and 3 Days Grace was opening, and man, talk about a massive production show. It was really cool. 100,000 is easy with Nightwish and hockey fights. Ooh! Hockey fight reactions. That would be cool. I could do some hockey videos. When I'm back on tour, would you do some kind of vlog or something? Absolutely. I would love to do that. And we have a full-time tour videographer out with us who is phenomenal, by the way. He's also Swiss, if there are any people from Switzerland on here. He is great. And he has to do video pertaining to, you know, the artist and the tour first. But we have talked about doing some content on the road, possibly to upload on my channel. Does this channel go up to 11? It should if it doesn't already. Thomas says he would like to see me do an interview with Fleur. If for some reason this channel blows up and Nightwish becomes aware of my channel, I would love to make that happen. Honestly, I'd be more interested myself interviewing Tuomas or Marco or Empu just because of that gear background for me, like, or Kai or Troy, who I haven't even seen yet, but we're gonna get there. But no, I would love to interview every member of Nightwish and just talk to them about, because their story, their career is insane. I started studying up on the career and all the changes in the different era of vocalists and stuff, man. It's deep. It's super deep. I did see that, Rick, I saw that Bandmade dropped Play. The only reason I haven't jumped on it yet is because so many people have told me to listen to Onset and Freedom and some other stuff that I feel like if I jumped on Play right now, I'm just skipping out on other music and going for views, and I honestly don't want to do that. Sandra, thank you very much. Actually, my interviews, I actually just wanted them to be funny. Like, if anybody's seen Between Two Ferns with Zach Galifianakis, like, I wanted to interview musicians and just ask them ridiculously dumb stuff. Like, like they think they're coming in for a pro interview and it's just going to be like, what's your favorite kind of cheese and why? Sabaton did a cover of Rammstein. I gotta check that out. Oh, my chat just went crazy. Oh man, I'm trying to keep up with these. Um, just got asked, do you follow the Chicago the Bulls? Admittedly, even though, oh, and another Finn, Lauri Markkanen, yeah. I followed the Bulls when I was a lot younger. Nowadays, I mean, hockey is really the only sport that I'm like really die hard for. I still follow American football and baseball, but fun fact, I played baseball in college. Baseball was my big sport when I was a kid, and I actually left college because I injured my arm pitching in baseball. Man, this is hard. Hailstorm would be cool on here. I toured with Hailstorm on one of their first tours ever. I didn't work for them. It was actually when I was in a band. Hailstorm, it was Red, Hailstorm, my band, and there was somebody else. I think it was a band called Since October, but Hailstorm are great people, super nice. All right, I didn't want to do this, but to try and keep up, I'm going to jump to the bottom of the comments. So if I miss something, feel free to ask it again. Going right now. Go Blackhawks and Nightwish. I agree. Chris says I'm getting too big for live chat. I will never feel too big for any of this. Seriously, like, I'm just a normal person. Like, middle class, don't have more than I need. Like, I'm no better than anybody else that's in here. Marco would have a 30-minute answer to his favorite cheese. That would be amazing. So, Geeky Saga brings up Twitch. What was funny, I originally just wanted to stream games on Twitch. I never even thought about doing YouTube. And then when I started doing YouTube, I haven't really done Twitch since. Like, I still want to get back to it. Bears ride or die, Trubisky or Foles? Oh, that's a hard question. Just specifically from the talent that's already established, Foles. But I don't give up on my players, man. I told myself I'm gonna give Trubisky one more year to shine until I'm off that train. Draisaitl, man. My opinion on him? He's an awesome hockey player. I did not see Fleur and Marco talking about aliens on Fleur's channel. So I went to college. I went to Aurora University outside of Chicago to play baseball. I didn't play long. It was literally, no joke, it was like a couple months and I was done. And after that, I just hated being at college. So I left. I joined a band. I toured for a few years with a band. And then I got an offer to become a roadie. And I did that. And I've been doing it ever since. Iron Bunny. I've never heard of that. I will make sure to write that down. Greatest Show on Earth by Nightwish. So guys, Greatest Show on Earth and Poet and the Pendulum. I have been told to hold off on those until I am confident that I know the history and more music of the band. So when I personally feel confident, like I'm going to tackle these and know what I need to know, I'll get to them. But I don't think that's going to be very soon. So reactions to TV shows. I probably won't do reactions to the TV shows, but I could do reviews on them. I love Vikings. My wife and I are ripping through Vikings right now. What was my favorite show to work? That's a hard question, man. Because I could talk about my favorite tour, my favorite show. For me personally, my favorite show I've ever worked was this past year. We did a show at the United Center in Chicago, which is where the Blackhawks play. And I grew up going to Bulls games and Blackhawks games there. So finally being backstage and being in that environment, I actually got to go into the Blackhawks locker room and it was just magical. That might be my favorite personal show. What's next on my Winter Sun playlist? Most likely Time. Everybody was saying I need to do Time. We Butter the Bread with Butter, already super familiar. I love that band. Rotten Sound, Kai's old band. I'll check that out. My thoughts on Flesh God Apocalypse. I have none, and I only say that because I've never listened to him, so that's going to be another reaction. I've heard the name a million times, I've just never listened to him. Ask Marco about science fiction and aliens if I ever talk to him. I'm cool with that. I love science fiction and aliens. The Who. I've heard a lot of comments on them. I need to check them out for sure. Good question, Steve. I don't know if I answered that. If I didn't, put it in there again because this chat's going so fast I can't keep up. I do apologize. Avatar, that's another band that I've heard of a million times for years. I know they've been around forever, and I never listened to them, so maybe I need to do some Avatar. Amorphous is definitely going to happen. Yeah, a lot of my friends have told me the Umbrella Academy is really good too. How would you feel about a discover new talent kind of thing? Funny you bring that up. I've had emails from people that have unsigned bands and stuff like that that have sent me the links to their videos. As this channel grows, because honestly, I'd be lying if I wasn't saying like I need to keep viewership up right now to keep this going. As this channel grows, I want to do reactions to unsigned bands or bands that people have never really heard of. One, for the exposure, and two, because we could discover something really cool that none of us know about. The Honda Center with the Ducks. Dude, I've done tons of shows there, man. It's great. I have never listened to Cellar Darling. No. Yeah, definitely going to be listening to The Who soon as well, too. Are you thinking about doing the whole new Nightwish album? I don't know. I haven't thought much about doing like sitting down and doing an actual album review yet. If you guys are into it, I would, but I haven't really thought about doing that yet. Flesh God Apocalypse does epic music. I don't doubt it if they were touring with Winter Sun. Amon Amarth. I believe I'm saying that right. If I'm not, please correct me. That's the way I've always heard it in the US. I am familiar with their music. I like what I've heard, but I haven't listened to all of it. Star Wars, Star Trek, or Stargate guy? Ooh, that's hard, man. We'll put Stargate out of the way right now. But between Star Wars and Star Trek, man, I grew up on Star Trek The Next Generation. Like, that was on every night. But I love the Star Wars videos. Oh, man. If I had to pick one and I couldn't watch any of it ever again, I might go with Star Trek, honestly. I don't know. I'd have to think about it more, but I might go with Star Trek. Oh, comments are going crazy again. Sounds like there are a lot of European bands recommended, says Mike M. Is your base knowledge mostly American bands? Yes. When I was younger, my metal tastes were definitely very American. I grew up on, Metallica, Pantera, Slayer, stuff like that. As I got older, late teens, early 20s, I started getting into more European metal bands. In Flames and Dimmu Borgir were big gateway bands for me into the world of European metal. Mariposa asks if I've roadied in Europe or if I am a roadie in Europe. I've toured Europe a couple times, but 99% of the tours I do are in North America. Bryce asks, what's up with the Violent Gentleman apparel? Never seen it before, but I've worn it a lot. Violent Gentleman Hockey Club is a clothing line based out of Southern California. The owners are friends of mine. They're just really good people, but it's all about hockey. It's just hockey, and it's become like a big thing. They were very nice. They printed crew shirts for us on tour, and a lot of bands are getting into it. So if anybody was wondering, I'm not sponsored by this. This is not a paid sponsorship. I just love their clothing, and they've given me so much rad stuff that my entire closet is pretty much just Violent Gentlemen at this point. See you, Chris. Thanks for being here. Dark Shadow Logan says the new Nightwish album is good, but not their best. I have heard the same thing. Favorite food and drink? Uh, drink. This is gonna sound so trashy and American, but probably Mountain Dew Zero. That's my favorite, other than water. That's the thing I go to the most. Favorite foods? Man, I really like pizza. I just love pizza. Guys, I'm probably going to do about 15 more minutes of this because I want to get back to editing videos and so I can spend some time with my wife today. She's been so supportive of all of this because this has become like a 9 to 5 job kind of thing. Like, I've been working all day. I wake up early in the morning and start editing video. Then I premiere at 11. Then sometimes I do this. So we haven't been spending as much time together lately, and it kind of sucks. But she understands that this might be going somewhere and that it's important. So she's been really great about it. But I want to finish this and hang out with her today. There would be no Star Wars without Star Trek. I absolutely agree. Powerwolf, that's another band I've been getting recommended a lot. Definitely need to do this. Do you work for, Juliet asked, do I work for bands merch as well? So interesting. My first like 6 years of my touring career, I was a merch guy. Like when I say I worked for Nickelback, Van Halen, Journey, like all those tours, I was the merchandise manager on. Thoughts on Unleash the Archers? You obviously know I love them already. I've only heard one song and I love them. I need to hear more. Arch Enemy, R Killer. It's actually funny. I met Alyssa maybe 13 years ago. I worked at a music venue outside Chicago, and she was there with the Agonist when she was with them. Nicest people ever. She was so nice. Ben says Mountain Dew Zero just came to Australia. So it's basically a new marketed Diet Mountain Dew. It just tastes better than Diet Mountain Dew. It's the closest tasting thing to a real soda I've had out of anything that has 0 calories. Victoria asks, is the wife going to make an appearance? Eventually. We've talked about it. I would love to, actually, if there ever is a video like Demolisher or anything like that I've seen that she hasn't, I would love to sit her down next to me and see her reaction. Because we have very separate music tastes. When we started dating, I started getting her into metal. And now she can pick out certain bands, like in the car. Like, she can pick out Cattle Decapitation like that because of Travis's voice and how unique it is. She can also recognize Behemoth, Fear Factory, some Slipknot, stuff like that. Mountain Dew Zero and pizza. Ugh, I know. It sounds like such a college thing to eat, and I'm a grown adult. It's alright, I eat ice cream in the morning when I feel like it too. Pizza with or without pineapple. So, when I order pizza, I'm usually not ordering it with pineapple, but I do like it. I like pineapple and Canadian bacon. It can't just be pineapple. The Canadian bacon has to be on it, but I will eat it like that. Dark Shadow Logan says family should always be first. I 100% agree. If YouTube ever starts ruining our relationship or we feel like we're not getting enough time together, it's going to slow down. I'm not going to lie. Halloween, that's another band I know of that I've never really dug into before. I might need to get into that. Hannah asks, Cult of Luna or Boris? Not familiar with either. Geeky Saga says, perks of being an adult, eat whatever you want. I literally said that to my wife the other night. I was going to bed and I was eating a thing of ice cream and she's like, what are you doing? I was like, what? We're adults. We can eat whatever we want. That was my favorite thing about moving out of my parents' house when I was younger. It's like, I can eat whatever I want, whenever I want. And it's awesome. No, I do not have a sign on my door that says no girls allowed. My favorite sign I have, actually, I have some pretty funny shorts on. I just thought about that and I'm getting up. I'm wearing some board shorts. I picked up, this is my favorite sign. I picked up this in New Zealand at the Lord of the Rings set at Hobbiton. I actually have 2 of them. I have one here and I have one on our tour bus. So when people come on, that's the first thing they see. Samantha says, I'm 46 and have totally had cake for breakfast. I don't think you're an adult if you haven't eaten cake for breakfast. Tony says, yes, do Avatar. I'm going to have to. Aaron, Thy Art is Murder. I love them. I haven't listened to a lot of their new stuff, but like, dude, some of their older stuff, man. That was like the first time I ever heard deathcore where I didn't think, this kind of sounds like crap. Like, it's good, man. The Purest Strain of Hate was the first Thy Art of Murder song I heard, and I was just like, what is this? I am not familiar with Cybreed, no. New York, Chicago deep dish, or Detroit style? Chicago deep dish. Hands down. I love thick pizza pie. Now, I do love good New York thin crust, like just big folded over, but Chicago deep dish all the way. Boxers or briefs? Boxer briefs. I wear the Under Armour boxer briefs. They're comfortable. New Zealand is beautiful, Amanda. It is great. Iron Maiden. So Thomas just says Iron Maiden ? I had a conversation with the guitar tech on the other side of the stage from me the other day. He loves Iron Maiden. I never got into him. But it's not because I didn't like what I heard. It's just I never gave them the time. Like, I've heard Iron Maiden songs in passing. I just never got into it. So maybe I need to listen to some more Iron Maiden. I hear their live show is like one of the best in the world. So yes, New Zealand, alien weaponry. Somebody recommended that. I need to check that out. It sounds highly intriguing. Oh, Bryce, you're from Edmonton. I'm sorry. I've had a lot of days off on tour at that big Edmonton mall, man. I actually saw the second Avengers movie on a day off there last year. I love Edmonton. My thoughts on Skinned, asks Monster Cookies. Never listened. Hate was definitely solid from front to back. Yes, Aaron, I loved that album. Family vacation to Iceland. Dude, I would love to go to Iceland. A buddy of mine that I tour with last year when we had a break over Christmas, he just took a trip to Iceland by himself. Just went by himself and said it was fantastic. I would love to go. See you, Steve. Thanks for being here, man. Favorite superhero? So, man, if you're asking superhero, I gotta be legit and probably just say Thor. But my favorite comic books? Venom and Carnage. Interesting enough, I just ordered a couple prints the other day from an artist in London, and they showed up to my house recently. I'll share them with you. Probably going to get these framed and put them on the back wall here. But I got this print of Venom that is just absolutely sick. And then I got this print of Carnage that can go side by side with it. That is also, I'm trying to get the glare off that. Absolutely sick. Like, love it. I love how dark the Venom and Carnage stuff gets in comics. Hopefully I pronounce this right. Solstifier. Solstifier? Solstifier. I've never heard of him. Amon Amarth, I'm familiar with. I've heard some of their music and I like them a lot, but I haven't heard all of it. So while it might not be a first time listening reaction, I could definitely do a video of theirs I've never seen. Sonata Arctica is another band that I know their name and I've never listened. I need to do that too. West Virginia. Don asks my thoughts on the Acacia strain. I've never given them the time of day. Only because I used to work in a venue outside of Chicago, and when they played there, their fans were so freaking out of hand and were literally trying to destroy the venue, kicking holes in walls and stuff like that, that like, I was so turned off by that. I was like, yeah, I don't want to listen to this band. But if you guys think I should, I will. I loved Tom Hardy as Venom. I loved that movie. I really did. Greatest show on earth is eventually going to happen. I talked about that a little while ago. I'm going to wait until I learn more history of the band and know more about their music, but it's going to get there. Wolverine for Marvel, Batman for DC. Those are solid. Beast in Black. A couple people were recommending that. Thank you. I will definitely check them out. Deadpool's a great one too, man. Like, I don't know if he's more of a superhero or an anti-hero, though. But yes, the Deadpool comic series is great, and the movies with Ryan Reynolds were excellent. Hardcore Superstar. Never listened to that. Sabaton also covered Amon Amarth. Gotta check that out. Thank you, everybody that's got to go. It's totally fine. I've probably got 5 more minutes of this, and I'm going to go as well. I'm going to finish up my video for Blind Guardian that's coming out tomorrow, which was awesome, and I loved it. I've got some cool, interesting facts in that one as well. And if you guys are liking those little facts that I put in the videos, little pop-ups, let me know, because I'm having fun with those, researching about the band as I'm editing, and it's been really cool to learn more. So if you like those, let me know, and I'll keep doing them. Short Order Cook asks, Children of Bodom. Yes. Children of Bodom was also one of my gateways into Finnish metal and European metal was when I was a teenager. I love Alexi's playing. I love that band as well. I haven't listened to a lot of their newer stuff, but some of their older stuff were amazing. Wardruna, if I'm saying that correctly, I believe it's pronounced Wardruna. I've seen that a lot, and I need to check it out. Pure Pagan Band, interesting. I like a lot of stuff like that, like black metal stuff. Marduk is another one of my favorites from that scene. Oh, comments are going fast again. Sorry, guys. Tank facts are great. Awesome. I'll keep doing them. Love Bites is for sure on the to-do list. I promise. What Blind Guardian song? I did the double video of the Bard song in Valhalla at Vakken, and it was unbelievable. I wasn't expecting it. I thought Blind Guardian was another Nordic band. When he started speaking German, I was like, oh, this is German power metal. Like, I did not know. I assumed they were a Nordic band. I don't see the Ryan Reynolds comparison, but I'll take it, man. He's a good-looking guy. So, Orbit Culture. Rawbeat says Orbit Culture. That is on the list. Actually, that's been on the list for a few weeks. I need to get to that. Gojira is another band that I'm very familiar with. I know how big they are. I know of them, and I've never listened to them. I need to listen to some Gojira, too. Please do a kid-friendly version so I can show my students as they will have an assignment. And that just came from my aunt. Hi, Jodine. Is my channel not kid-friendly? I censor when I swear. Is it Heilung? Is that how you pronounce it? I've never listened to him. More Bandmade will be happening. Insomnium, I'm not familiar with either. Hold on, I need to shoot off a text really quick. Sorry, guys. So you say my wife is a lucky woman. I feel like I'm a lucky man. I hit the jackpot with my wife. She is amazing. I love her to death. Like, I've never been with somebody so accepting, not only of like me, but like my career as a roadie. I had lots of girlfriends that after like a couple months of datings were like, when are you going to get off the road? I'm sick of you being gone. My wife has never done that, ever. She knows that I love it. She knows that it's a real career. She's the best. What kind of games am I into? I play a lot of Destiny 2. I like a lot of science fiction stuff. I like a lot of shooters. Every now and then when I'm feeling a little bit funky, like I'll play Fortnite or Apex Theory or Warzone or something like that. But Sports games too. I play a lot of NHL, and as much as I don't watch basketball, I play a lot of NBA 2K because it's really fun. I did not listen to Static X Project Regeneration. I love Static X. That was one of my favorite like industrial metal bands when I was a high schooler. One of my favorite outfits I would wear to school was this pair of baggy khaki cargo shorts and a Static X shirt from their Machine album. That was like when I felt like I was looking good. That's what I was going to wear to school. Wheel of Time by Blind Guardian, very epic. Okay. Master Plan, I feel like I've heard of, but I've never listened to. I've never heard of Bloodywood. If Destiny 2 is your go-to game, hit me up. I play on Xbox, but now that I have a good PC, since they cross-save, I might jump on there. My username on there is at TankTheTech. I love Pink Floyd. I grew up on that. My dad grew me up on bands like Pink Floyd. As weird as it sounds, and I don't do anything anymore. Like I'm totally sober, but I didn't start really appreciating Pink Floyd until I got older and started doing drugs, which I don't do anymore. But if I'm being honest, like Marilyn Manson, I haven't listened to new Marilyn Manson in years. I want to say the last time I listened to Marilyn Manson was when it was like maybe Mob Scene or something like that came out. I loved his first few albums. Mechanical Animals was great. Antichrist Superstar was great. Orbit Culture is probably happening within the next week. I've got to get on that because people have been recommending that since I've started this channel. 3 a.m. where you're at? Get to bed. Thank you for being here. I love Hammerfall. I'm not really familiar with a ton of their stuff, but the first time I ever heard Hearts on Fire, I was like, oh, okay, I can get into this band. So I discovered Strapping Young Lad and didn't really know that Devin Townsend was his own musical entity. Like, Strapping Young Lad to me is still, to this day, one of my favorite metal bands. City is my favorite metal album ever made, like just from start to finish. And then once they broke up and Devin started doing his own thing, I realized, oh, Devin is the musical genius. All the other players are phenomenal, but Devin is otherworldly. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to do that cover of High Hopes for sure. Battle Beast is another band I've seen suggested too. Ailstorm, I've seen a couple times, but not much. And I've heard it's pretty funny and good, so I need to check that out. I play 90% of my video games on Xbox, so that's where I'm playing Warzone. Slippy, I saw that Bandmade released that new video, and I'm gonna do it, but I want to wait because I've had so many suggestions for Onset and Freedom and some other things, and it kind of feels tacky to me. Like if I jumped on it right away, kind of like what I did with Eskimo Callboy when I woke up at 4 a.m, which I really did. Some people called me out and were like, "There's no way you did that." I really did. I left my camera running all night so I could walk in here and start my reaction when it started. Looking back on that now, that seems a little tacky to me. That looks like I was going for views, which if I'm being honest, I was because my channel was new, but I want to definitely check out other stuff before I jump into what I know is going to get views. Like, I'm more interested in discovering great new music right now than becoming popular on YouTube. Even though, full disclosure and honesty, there is that part of me that's like, this could become a thing. Like, this could get fun. It'll take a lot, man. Like, I need to start looking at a lot of new things, and the way that you guys are liking the videos, I feel like I could do these a lot more full time. That's why I'm trying to go a day at a time, but it's tiring and it's expensive. That's why, you know, if I can get to a point where I can financially get supported through this, that would be great. Because a lot of that's going to go to new camera, new gear, you know, stuff like that. Like, I'm not asking for money handouts so I don't have to go back to work ever. It's just if this becomes a full-time thing, I need to support it enough that I can keep up with the times and get nice new gear and stuff like that. Yes, I did know that Devin sang for Steve Vai. Actually, that I looked back on that and that was really cool. So guys, we're at 12:06. I'm going to blast through a couple more comments and then I'm going to wrap this up just because I want to finish editing and go spend some time with my wife. This has been a blast. What other languages do I speak? Asks Everett. So, I'm not good with it anymore, but I used to speak pretty decent Spanish. I took Spanish in high school. It's good enough that when we take trips to Mexico and stuff, I can ask for things that I need, but I cannot carry on a fluent conversation. German is another one I've wanted to learn for a while, and I've heard it's very difficult. I need to pick up new languages. I really do. Like, whenever I travel abroad, I always try and learn some things from the native language because I don't want to be that person that goes to another country and is like, I only speak English. Like, so I need to learn some more languages. Zimmer's Hole. Somebody told me about that recently. The Strapping Young Lad guys. I gotta check that out. Do merch. I think I might do a collaboration with Violent Gentlemen, and their t-shirt quality is great. I know you can do your own merch on YouTube, but I used to be a merch guy, so I'm a sucker for quality. Like, I don't want to release stuff that's poor quality merch, and I'm not familiar with the company that YouTube does stuff with, but I will check it out soon, for sure. Yes, I will check out the new Nightwish album. Absolutely. Patreon's another thing I might do. If I can think of some cool stuff to do on there, I'll check it out. I'm sure there's a lot of people that could help me out with German. I mean, I've already learned a lot, like little phrases, not enough that I could talk it consistently, but yes, I've been to Australia quite a few times. Always on tour, but I've had days off. I've been to Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane, Perth, Adelaide, some other places too. It's been great. Some of the best seafood I've ever eaten in my life was in Perth and Adelaide. Learn Dutch. The Faja. I know that's a joke, but... Alright, so I'm caught up pretty much with comments. So I think I'm going to wrap up, guys. This was a blast, man. I can't believe in just a month we have 10,000 subscribers. And I say we because this isn't just me. I'm putting out the content and you guys are watching. This is a joint thing. Like, I could put out all the content in the world, but if you guys aren't watching it, I'm just going to sit and do nothing. So I appreciate every single one of you guys, man. I've got a few more comments that I've seen come up, so yeah, I want to try and do a collab with Violent Gentlemen for sure. 20,000 next month would be awesome. I would be beyond happy. Like, I just could have never imagined this would have happened. 2 weeks ago, I was sitting in a rehearsal space with some of our other guys, and we watched when my page hit 1,000, and we were like, no way! And then 2 weeks later, it's 10,000. It's insane. So, all right, guys, thank you so very much. We hit 10K. And I do mean we. I'm genuinely sincere when I say that. This has just been such a cool trip so far. I can't wait to do this more. This is going to be a blast. Like I've said, we've got the Discord server up now. So if you guys want to talk more, I check it regularly. The link is in my About Me on YouTube. It's in the description of the newer videos, and I'll update them to the other ones too. And then I read all the comments. If I don't respond, I apologize, but I see everything. Trust me. If your comment has a heart by it and I liked it, I read it. So, thank you guys again. yes, jump over to Chase's channel, check out his Epica reaction, give him some love, because Chase and I are becoming like brothers in this, man. Like, he is such a good dude. I love that guy. I can't wait to do some stuff with him in the future. We're definitely going to do that. So, thank you again on 10K. I love you guys. This is a blast. Tomorrow, Blind Guardian reaction. First time I've ever heard him. 11 a.m. as normal. I will be there for the live chat and the premiere. And we're going to keep doing these. And don't forget, every Sunday from now on, we're doing another live stream like this right after whatever premieres on Sunday. And Nightwish Wednesdays are now a thing. Nightwish song every Wednesday. Got to keep going on the rabbit hole. So, I love you guys. This was a blast. I'm going to finish editing and go spend some time with my wife. Thank you for all the questions, all the support. Feel free to share my stuff wherever you want. I'm fine with that. So, that being said, I'm going to bounce. I love you guys. I will see you